Hi, I'm Dr. Kriti Lohia, consultant dermatologist, CEO and medical director at Aesthetics Redefined by Cocoona.
And I am Dr. Sanjay Parashar, consultant plastic surgeon, co-founder of Aesthetics Redefined and expert of hair transplant. So Dr. Kriti, what are the causes of hair loss mostly in women, because they are the people who really suffer a lot with that, and also in men?
Most common cause for hair loss in women is actually nutrition deficiency, and out of all of the different kinds of nutritional deficiency, it's iron. Every second woman, especially in India, has iron deficiency. Other causes are like hormonal deficiency or hormonal upsets like thyroid disorders or PCOD, which has become quite rampant, genetics, which also plays a huge role in men.
What do you think about vitamin D? Is vitamin D deficiency also cause a problem?
It does.
What do you think about it?
It does, and in fact, it sort of perpetuates this vicious cycle because vitamin D also causes low mood. So people who are suffering from hair fall or hair loss will anyways be suffering from that vitamin D deficiency, which is making this worse. And as well, because of the low mood, this cycle of looking at your hair fall, feeling worse, then pulling your hair out a little bit more and getting stuck in that cycle does make things even more challenging for them to get out of it. So it's a very, very important cause for hair fall and hair loss.
So what do you do for women who have problems, who see lots of hair falling? First of all, are the hair loss really something to worry about? And if they are to worry about, what kind of treatment are available? Let's say medical treatment, for example.
That's actually a very, very good question. Hair fall and hair loss is ignored by most people. When they first see signs of their hair fall happening, they'll think, it's either season or it's just because I took a little bit of stress and that's why I've had a little bit of hair fall, and they'll forget about it after a little while because seemingly that hair fall has gotten better. However, once this process of hair fall starts, hair fall is actually the toughest thing to control because you don't realize that over a period of time your hair volume has reduced, the rate at which your hair is growing and repairing has reduced, your hair texture changes, it starts becoming drier and frizzier, and it's not just seasonal change. These are all changes because the stem cell and the quality of the stem cell is changing. There are multiple ways to make hair fall and hair loss better. The most important medical management is actually to get a nutritional baseline done, which most people don't even think about. We've got people who are going into fitness and then they're trying to improve their physical bodies and their mental health, but so many people actually ignore the simple basics, which is that I should not have nutritional deficiency. Get a nutritional baseline done, nutritional supplements need to be taken, and there are a lot of serums and solutions that help to support the hair follicles, especially for hair thinning. So if I'm talking about pattern baldness ya ganjapan in male or females, one of the most common ingredients that people actually come across or talk about is minoxidil, right? So minoxidil is a tool in your armamentarium, especially when we're talking about hair thinning and genetically predetermined baldness. And minoxidil is something that should be used with understanding of the product. मतलब आपने आज start किया तो ये नहीं मेरा आज मन किया तो मैंने एक दिन के लिए लगाया and then मैं भूल गया. You have to apply that product for a long period of time. But medical management does make a huge difference.
But is it true about minoxidil? Because most of the people, I'm sure everybody wants to know that once you stop minoxidil, the hair fall increases. Is that true?
Yes and no. The reason why the hair fall seemingly increases because the hair growth that is happening because of the help of minoxidil. So if the shield which is protecting your body from damaging the hair is taken away, then obviously all of the warriors which are at the door will come and kill whoever is still alive. So as long as that shield stays, your hair stays. The minute you remove the hair, so you will see that sudden, rush of warriors or your genetics sort of acting up again and killing all the hair follicles that you have one by one. And that is why you feel my hair fall has increased. But it's the same process which was happening at the same pace that it was happening. And in fact, as we grow older, because the stem cell is also aging, the rate at which the hair thinning and hair fall also is happening will continue to sort of increase.
So you think it is true if I say that minoxidil is almost like, let's say, iron supplement? As long as you take iron supplement, your iron level will be high. The moment you stop, the iron level again starts going down. Do you think same could be said about minoxidil?
You're very right. I tell people the best way I like to explain how minoxidil is important in your life is just like you have to eat 2 to 3 meals on a daily basis. Imagine whatever you're eating or whatever you're doing no longer works. So now minoxidil is the external food that you have to give to your hair. So as long as you keep giving it that external nutrition, you'll have hair. Whenever you stop, there is a very high probability that you'll no longer have hair. So yes, it is like that.
let's say if somebody comes with a lot of hair loss, particularly female, and you need to advise for a few combination of medical treatment. What would be your first, second, and third
In medical management.
Yes.
In medical management, it depends a little bit on cause. There are certain people who are suffering from a condition known as telogen effluvium.
What is telogen effluvium?
Telogen effluvium is when the number of hairs that are falling, that percentage has increased, but the stem cell miniaturization जो गंजापन के अंदर essentially होता है वो नहीं हुआ है. So chronic telogen effluvium का जो pattern है वो different है, तो उसके अंदर things like minoxidil are not necessarily required. So one depends on हम गंजेपन की बात करें या हम सिर्फ hair fall की बात कर रहे हैं. अगर हम सिर्फ hair fall की बात कर रहे हैं तो iron, in terms of oral iron supplementation especially for women, and vitamin D, B12 and antioxidants. I mean, I can't stress how much antioxidants that we require. Delhi is the third most polluted city in the world, which means every single day we require antioxidants. And topical serums. So you've got serums that help to support same topical nutrition जो उसको देते हैं या growth factors देते हैं. पर अगर baldness है तो baldness के अंदर you require different things. So you would have heard about dutasteride or finasteride. Apart from the nutritional supplementation, apart from minoxidil, these things are important. One ingredient that people tend to overuse is biotin.
Yeah.
Biotin helps to an extent, but there are no evidences that say that अगर मैं सिर्फ biotin लूँ तो suddenly मेरा hair fall रुक जाएगा. As doctors, we give biotin in very limited amount. 1 महीना 2 महीना उसका उतना ही रोल है. There are other ingredients that are more.
Now, in terms of, some medication may work topically, some may not work. There may still be patient coming back that I have used minoxidil, I've been taking iron supplements and I'm taking vitamin D supplements, I still have hair loss. What would you recommend for them?
Ideally, this is the case of most patients that come to me because most of them have tried DIY supplementation of some or the other kind, or a lot of people have tried different kinds of serums or even tried minoxidil on and off. I say that the concept is very simple. You have a certain amount of hair. Most of us have about 1 lakh hair on our scalp, and you can't borrow someone else's hair. You have what you're born with. So whenever we're treating hair loss, you have to, go for the 6 and out of boundary on day 1, because the more hair I'm able to save, the longer you'll be able to buy time with hair. Stimulation of the stem cells is an extremely important intervention. So treatments like platelet-rich plasma, exosomes therapy, stem cell therapy like Regenera Activa are incredibly important, and they should actually be started from day 1, because that stem cell has undergone so much of damage that if I delay it even by a couple of weeks or months, you imagine how many hair you would have lost in that process. So these are the procedures I like to do.
So are the stem cells within the body or they are injected from outside the body? What are the different kinds of stem cells?
So you have stem cells in your body as well, and you've got, helper stem cells that you borrow from other people or plants and stuff like that. So PRP quite essentially is taking help of the growth factors within your own body. The platelets, they have more than 20 different kinds of growth factors. You collect them and you're sort of making your scalp better. When you're talking about Regenera Activa, it goes a step beyond, which is what? It will take the stem cell and growth factors from the root of that hair follicle itself, which is why it is so much more powerful. PRP मुझे फिर भी महीने में एक बारी, 2 महीने में एक बारी, 3 महीने एक बारी करनी पड़ेगी, even in an ideal case. But with stem cell therapy, मैं साल में एक बार करती हूँ, 2 साल में एक बार करती हूँ, based on whatever your body allows. Exosomes are variable. They can be from plant derived or animal derived, and now अभी still controversial, but human derived, and they are signaling molecules. तो वो आप ही के stem cell को बोलते हैं कि नया hair follicle बनाओ, become stronger, stay longer. So they're quite essentially like a coach in your life who's telling you how to move forward. So both आपकी खुद के body के stem cells and external stem cells, when they combine together, give beautiful results.